Let me ask you something. When you are scrolling through Instagram, did you felt like you are seeing the same product again and again? And every ad that pops up is just another fashion brand selling the same oversized t-shirt or a graphic printed t-shirt. They all claim premium quality, cash on delivery available and limited stock. It's the same product which costed them 200 rupees from the same supplier and probably from Surat. But here's the twist. The whole fashion industry is saturated. Brands either copy paste their products or chasing a trend. So if you ever thought of owning a clothing brand or you are already working on it, so this video is for you. Through this video, we are decoding why Indian clothing industry is saturated. So at the end of this video, I will tell you the strategy which the top 1% of the fashion brands use to survive in this overcrowded market. So after pandemic, suddenly everyone was on Instagram and everyone has the access to the platforms like Meesho, Glowroad, and they have options to open a Shopify store easily without any big investment and without any knowledge about the industry and fabric. Most of them picked a ready-made product and they started reselling this product after adding their margins, and they called it their own fashion brand. And maybe your college friend also opened a Shopify store and started reselling and calling it a brand. Likewise, the market got flooded not with the fashion but with the same fashion and all from the same suppliers. It's all just rebranded again and again. India now produces over 10 billion garments every year, and that's what making it overcrowded. After pandemic, most of the first time online shoppers did not had a great online shopping experience. Maybe some of them got wrong size, wrong color, or even bad quality. And in the fashion industry, 18 to 24% of the products are getting returned. So now let's move to the solution. While the market is flooded, Gen Zs are also evolving and they just don't want trendy clothes, they want meaning, identity, and values. So it's simple. You need to stop playing the mass game and start playing the niche game. In 2025, your work is not limited to going viral, but it's also going deep and understanding what your consumer actually needs. Start by answering to these parameters. Who exactly are you serving? Why do they believe in your brand? Why should they trust you? Now, let's talk about what the 1% of the fashion brands does to survive in this market. The top 1% of the fashion brands don't basically start by chasing trends, they start by building the system and they own their productions. That might sound tough with that small budget, but here's what you can do. Find a local manufacturer and start with a low MOQ and then test small batches by selling nearby through references and contact. Once you have a sample set, start building a community through WhatsApp, through email, or through Instagram Reels, and then start selling more, which works and has a good scaling power. So keep your operations lean and start positioning your brand after building trust and your brand moat. If you are building a fashion brand, don't fear competition, fear the confusion which the consumers have. And if this video made you think differently from the average crowd, so make sure you subscribe to this channel